Before entering the interview, I would like to first explain about reading habit. In my opinions, reading is easy thing, but some people are lazy to read, including small things. Uh, I'm sorry, not by Trepan, because my network is very bad. Here I will connect and voice not interview. Okay.
Hello, good morning, Rahma.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, mm, I'm sorry to disturb the time. Um, Long time no see,
Long
Rahma.
time no see.
Uh, can you help me about reading habit interview, Rahma?
Of course, I can help you.
Of course, I can help
Okay,
you.
thank you, Rahma. Before the interview, I think we already know each other. Uh, okay,
Okay, alright.
I introduce myself. I'm Megawati from the CKIP PGRI Banjarmasin, semester 4, speaking academic subject. Okay,
Okay, Mega.
please introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Rahmawati. I'm from STKIP Banjarmasin. I'm fourth semester and I'm from English department.
Okay, Rahma. Now we start the interview. Are you ready, Rahma?
I'm ready.
Okay, alright. What do you think about reading?
In my opinion, reading is not always about theoretical things. Sometimes reading can relieve fatigue and stress. For example, when reading funny memes with pictures, or reading rhymes, reading novels, reading comics, and etc.
Okay, thank you. Next. When did you start reading?
I think I started to like reading since elementary school, starting from the book of the prophet story, which is very small in size, namely the size of the palm of the hand, fairy tales, and comic books. I remember very well in elementary school. I spent a lot of money just to buy Miko comics and bought some mystery novels. Until finally there was a mobile library that stopped by my school once a week. And I switched from buying to borrowing.
Ah, I like reading comics. Okay. Um, what do you think is the best reading step and why do you reading?
I don't think there is a specific method or specific step for reading. Just read the things you like. Reading is not always about textbook. Every book carries knowledge in it, even comics.
Okay. Uh, uh, you are not answer the last question. I'm repeat. Why do you reading? Okay. Um, uh, uh, do you think everyone likes reading? And do you prefer to read article or read webtoon? Thank you.
Okay, there is no particular reason why I read. Sometimes I read because I want to know the continuation of a storyline or want to know the correct information from a book or writing. Sometimes I even read just to see the jokes in it. I think everyone likes to read. It's just that there are differences in taste. Without us realizing it, we usually read message via WhatsApp, especially message from people we admire. Surely we will read writing over and over again. And I personally prefer webtoons because webtoons are interesting and fun.
Okay, thank you for answer. Uh, Next question. Uh, how many minutes do you usually read a book?
I don't know how long I read. If the book is very interesting for me, I usually spend the whole night.
Okay, alright. What do you think is the purpose of reading?
I think the purpose of reading is to relieve stress and improve mood.
I see. Okay, when do you usually read?
I read when I want to read.
Oh, amazing! Okay. Uh, in your opinion, uh, what is your deep impression when reading?
Oh, thank you. In my opinion, teaches us to appreciate every word and sentence that the writer painstakingly word. Because when we read and it turns out what we like it means the author has success with his writing that captivates our hearts.
Okay, you're welcome. Uh, what kind of books do you write?
Okay, I read any book that I find interesting. Mystery, horrors, romance, encyclopedias, comic, and digital comic such as webtoon or anything.
Okay, I think I like watching romance. Question next. Have you ever gone to the library to write?
Yes, I often go to the city library just to read novels and some biographies. And sometimes I borrow books from the library to take home. But unfortunately, during this pandemic, I can't sit in the library to read books. Visitors are prohibited from reading books there. and can only borrow. Another reason I like being in the library is because I can use the free internet provided. So sometimes I bring my laptop to download some movies.
Okay. Have you been to send your heart to like to read books?
Nobody taught me to like reading books. I was raised by an illiterate mother. My mother could not read and write, while my father was busy working. Luckily, I have a very good kindergarten teacher. She teaches me to read and always takes me to the small library at school.
Okay, thank you. What is the meaning of books for children?
Personally, I think books are very important for students. I think a student should read books whether they like it or not. Not only that, reading is also very good for training memory.
Okay, alright. What are the consequences for children who are less fond of reading books?
For me, there is no fatal consequence if students do not like to read. They have their own way of learning. I did say that reading is important for students, but on the one hand, there are students who feel dizzy while reading. Don't like reading doesn't mean you are not smart. There are many ways to learn besides reading, but I'm sure students will definitely read even if it's only one page.
Ah, I see. Okay. Next question. What do you think reading habit can make you smart even if you don't leave the house?
In my opinion, all good habits can make someone smart even they don't leave the house. Even a gamer who is always in front of the phone screen is actually a smart person. They can think intelligently how to earn money without having to leave the house. Reading is also the same. Like to read any book will train the brain in storing information and not easily senile.
Ah, I understand. Uh, what do your friends think when you read at home or on campus?
I don't know what they think of me when I read a book, but I don't read when many people surround me. It will be very distracting and make me not concentrate on reading. I will only read books when the situation around me is really comfortable for me.
Oh, very simple. Uh, what influence can change your mindset and reading habit?
I don't know. All I've done so far is just keep reading without thinking about the effect or changing my mindset. I did it just because it was fun. And I like it.
Okay, alright. When you read a book, there is important information. You written and diary at not why, at yes why.
No, I don't write it down in a diary. I don't have a diary. Mark what you think is important If it's a borrowed book, just take a photo of the important part.
Okay, not diary. Um, what is your message to children don't like to write?
No message for students who don't like to read. Each student is required to read one book, even if it only reads one page. It's not good to force students' way of learning. It will make them depressed.
What experience do you often encounter in reading habit?
The most common experience is falling asleep while reading.
Okay, thank you, Rahma. Uh, I think just enough. Uh, Thank you for wanting to interview me about reading habit. Thank you very much for your Rahma. Uh, we wish your success together. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. See you again.
Okay, alright. Thank you, Rahma. Before I close the interview, I want to convey some opinions. According to Henry Guntur Tarigan, argues that reading is a process carried out and used by readers to get the message to be conveyed by the author to the medium of words of writing language or process the mind. That's a group of that constitute a unit we seen at glance, and that the meaning of individual words we know. If this is not fulfilled, then the explicit and implied message will not be good or understood, and the reading process will not be carried out properly. And opinion Rahma, she like reading science elementary school. She remember very well in elementary school. She said reading is fun and so important for children or people. She likes reading the library and she borrowed books from the library to take home. For she, reading habit books very important, and reading is also very good for training memory. Okay. There are parents benefits. that can be filled by reading books, such as a means of entertainment, increasing one's abilities to editing aspect of knowledge. Reading books is a positive habit and can be done anytime. Reading activity has specific purpose according to the person who reads. The main purpose of reading is understand all the information contained and the reading text develop the intellectual property of the reader. In addition, there are still many purposes of reading and its benefit for everyday life. Thank you.